When people ask me what Christmas means to me, I pause. Because the answer doesn't live in just one place or one country. I carry two Christmases in my heart. One is warm, loud, and shared, filled with children running freely, food simmering from early morning, laughter spilling into the streets and staying there all day. The other is quieter, colder, more carefully planned. And every December, I find myself standing between them, holding both, remembering where I come from, and learning who I'm becoming. Come, sit closer. Let me tell you a story, not the kind you rush through, but the kind you settle into. The kind that smells like dust and sunshine, with smoke and fried chicken, the kind that lives in the bones long after the years have passed. I grew up in Nigeria. And when I say Christmas, I don't mean a single day. I mean a season, a feeling, a rhythm that started long before December 25th and stayed long after the last plate was washed. Christmas was loud where I'm from. Not noisy, alive. Weeks before December, you could already feel it. The air itself changed. Harmattan dust would sit lightly on everything, the sun would still be warm, and people walk differently, lighter, faster, like they were carrying good news in their pockets. Children started counting down, not on calendars, but in conversations. Christmas is coming. Have you bought clothes yet? Will there be chicken this year? Because chicken mattered. Oh, it mattered. Let me start there. In my house, chicken was not casual food. Chicken was an event. And on Christmas Day, when the pot was finally lifted and the smell filled the whole compound, every child knew their place. The adults took their portions, yes, but the children, we waited for the legs, the drumsticks. That was our prize. That was how we knew it was truly Christmas. You could forgive anything that year if you had a chicken leg in your hand. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Christmas morning started early. Very early. The sun would barely be up, but we were already awake. You didn't need an alarm. Excitement did that job for you. You would hear movement before you even open your eyes, water splashing as people bathed, the clink of buckets, voices calling out names, the radio playing Christmas songs that mixed carols with high life. And then there were the clothes. New clothes were not optional. They were essential. Even if nothing else was new that year, your Christmas clothes had to be. For the girls, our hair was done days before, neat braids, sometimes threaded, sometimes adorned with beads. You didn't sleep properly the night after your hair was done, because no one wanted it to spoil before Christmas morning. We endured the discomfort because beauty required sacrifice, and Christmas demanded beauty. New shoes too. Shiny, sometimes stiff, sometimes painful, but you wore them proudly. Even if they rubbed your heels raw, you endured. You walked carefully at first, then boldly, showing them off. Because everyone noticed. Everyone commented. Your shoes are fine. Your hair came out well. You look like Christmas itself. Those words mattered. After dressing, we went to church. Not quietly, joyfully. The whole community moved together, streams of people walking in the same direction, dressed in color. Church on Christmas morning was not solemn. It was celebration. Singing that lifted the roof, drums that spoke back to the congregation, children fidgeting in their seats, elders nodding along, gratitude thick in the air. You didn't go to church to be rushed. You went to give thanks that you had made it to the end of another year. After church, that was when the real Christmas began. Food preparation started early and lasted all day. Rice in large pots. Stew simmering slowly, red and rich with pepper and oil. Jollof, fried rice, sometimes coconut rice. Meat, Beef, goat, chicken, seasoned deeply, fried or stewed. Soft drinks lined up like soldiers. Malt, Fanta, Coke. Drinks were poured generously. Elders sat together, cups in hand, talking about how the year went. This year was hard. But we thank God. We are still here. They talked about farming, about money, about children who had gone to the city, about those who had traveled abroad. They laughed loudly, argued gently, remembered people who were no longer there. Christmas made space for all of it, joy and grief sitting side by side without awkwardness. And the children? Oh, we were everywhere. The streets became our playground. Teenagers gathered in groups, laughing too loudly, showing off new clothes, pretending not to care who was watching while caring very much. Music played from different houses, overlapping sounds creating one long soundtrack of celebration. We played games until we were breathless. Football in the street. Hide and seek. Chase. We ran barefoot sometimes, shoes abandoned once they were properly admired. There was no schedule. No one watching the clock. You ate when you were hungry, slept when you were tired, and woke up ready to play again. Masquerades came out too. Or masquerades. They were mysterious, exciting, sometimes frightening. The sound of drums announced them before you saw them. Children screamed and laughed, running forward and backward at the same time. Masquerades danced through the streets, colors and movements and history wrapped together. You didn't need to understand everything about them, you just knew they were part of who we were. And then there were the visits. Christmas was not complete without going to the village. Everyone went to see grandparents, elders, extended family. Houses filled up. Mattresses appeared on floors. Food stretched to feed everyone. Stories were told again and again, the same ones, every year, and no one complained, because repetition was part of the joy. Life felt simple then. Not because it was easy, but because it was shared. Now, I live in Britain. Christmas here is different. The cold arrives first. Gray skies. Short days. Darkness by afternoon. People rush indoors, closing doors against the weather. Families try. They really do. They gather, they plan meals, they exchange gifts. There is warmth inside the house, yes, but outside, the world feels quiet in a different way. A lonely way. Children play, but not like we did. Not freely in the streets. Not surrounded by neighbors who felt like extended family. Teenagers disappear into screens. Elders sit quietly, sometimes watching television instead of talking to each other. I sit at the table, eating Christmas dinner, grateful, and still, my heart drifts. I miss the noise. The community. The way Christmas belonged to everyone, not just one household. I miss children running between houses, plates balanced carefully, laughter spilling into the street. I miss the sun on my skin, the dust on my feet, the feeling that joy was something you did together, not something you scheduled. I don't say this to complain. Britain has given me many things. Safety, opportunity, new traditions. But there is a Christmas I carry with me. A Christmas where chicken legs were treasure, where new shoes mattered, where elders poured drinks and talked late into the night, where children belonged to everyone, and joy didn't need planning, only presence. That Christmas lives in me still. And every year, when December comes, I close my eyes for a moment, and I'm home again. This is my precious Christmas story. Maybe you carry more than one Christmas too. Maybe part of you still remembers a version of the season that felt fuller, freer, louder, or simply more alive. And maybe this year looks different. But the memories we carry don't disappear. They shape how we love, how we gather, and how we show up for the people around us. This is the Christmas I carry with me. Not perfect, not frozen in time, but alive in memory. and still teaching me what matters most. If this story felt familiar, if it stirred a memory, a feeling, or a quiet longing, I'd love you to share it with someone who might be carrying their own version of Christmas too. And if you'd like, tell me in the comments. What Christmas do you carry with you?